Dan Illman, Mike Beer, kicking off the 20-cent Rainbow Six at Gulfstream Park on Friday with stakes action. Here's the field for the wait a while. 2-year-old fillies going a mile on the turf. $75,000 is the purse. It's an evenly matched field, Mike, of promising juvenile fillies. Morning line favored is the number 4, Lemieux, 5-2 on the morning line. Blowout winner on synthetic last time out. This is going to be her turf debut, and she's the favorite on the morning line.
Yeah, true enough. I mean, we'll see if she actually goes favorite. I suppose she could off of the win last time. If nothing else, Dan, she's a Nyquist. There's a lot of turf on the bottom of this pedigree, though.
She is a speed horse, however, and as we take a look at the Timeform US pace projector, it seems unlikely that the number 4 Lemieux is going to be allowed to skate on an easy early lead. Gunboat, the one, went gate to wire sprinting last time out for Aqueduct. This is a Shug McGahee filly with a big pedigree, and she's got good early speed. I would expect Julien Leparoux to send.
Yeah, he's got to go with this horse early. And, even if he's not looking to go, he might not have any choice when you watch, especially her first 2 starts there when they routed her. Just really hard to settle, really gets to pulling early in her races. She wants to go and she wants to use her speed. The cutback really worked for her last time where they just let her go early and she held on to the end. I don't mind her stretching back out here. I think she's a major player in this race.
Now let's watch that maiden win at Aqueduct. Shug did the right thing for this race, turned her back, and her speed was not dulled at all by cutting back in distance. In fact, 22 seconds for the opening quarter. She's got a big lead at the 3/16 pole. She's going to hold sway, a very respectable 77 buyer like you, Mike, not worried at all about the distance.
Yeah, I just don't mind them stretching her back out. I mean, it's not like her first 2 starts, even though she, blew stretch leads both times, it's not like they were total disasters. That actually felt like she ran pretty well both times.
The number 2 is Sunstrike, and in many ways, this filly is the key to the race. She has a lot of experience racing in Europe against better horses. She's dropping out of a couple of group races. The runner-up and third-place finishers of her last race both came back to run third in Group 1 stakes races. Cachet at Newmarket, the third finisher in France. This horse, a little bit green when watching her races overseas, but she's going to get the right race flow, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like the trip is going to work out for her. And listen, maybe at the end of the day, it's just, pretty significant class relief as well, Dan. I mean, I think those are things you have to consider. I mean, I personally didn't really like any of her races that I watched over there. I just didn't really feel like she showed all that much, especially in the race 2 back, where I thought she got a great trip, had every chance to win that race and wasn't close to good enough. But maybe they were just way better horses.
Last Leaf, the number 3, is a horse that's already won on turf. That was a 5/8 of a mile race, 2 starts back, bounced out of that race with this effort on synthetic, beaten favorite first time on that surface. Let's watch Last Leaf, and really can't find much of an excuse, Mike, right here in mid-stretch. Just kind of one pace down to the wire. I think she's better on turf, but she's also stretching out, and I kind of think she likes to be forwardly placed. A fast pace works against her.
Yeah, all those things work against her, the distance and the pace. Getting back to turf might work when she won the only turf race of her career 2 back. That was against Colts. And she did, a good job there to, chase down the horse on the lead and then hold off the closer at the end. I thought she ran well that day. I just don't like her in this spot.
Turf debut, as we mentioned in the open for Lemieux. Let's watch her last race, a stake score over synthetic, going 1:70, but Lemieux just got loose in the early portion of this race, and it just seems unlikely that it's going to happen once again. We watch Lemieux score by 6.5 in the juvenile fillies, 77 buyer speed figure. Unlikely she gets the same trip here.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. It doesn't feel like with Gunboat in the race. Just got absolutely loose in here. Never faced a challenge. Wins very easily. The only other win of her career at Saratoga in a race that was rained off the turf. Sort of the same situation there. She got to the lead against 2 other horses and won pretty easily at the end. I mean, I do think she's run pretty well in all of her races, basically. I just, would never bet her as the favorite in here.
Feels like a reset for the 5, My Favorite Daughter. And no, that's not a misprint. 3 starts back in an off-turf maiden race at Gulfstream. She did win by 25 lengths. And based on that race, she was kind of thrown to the wolves. A couple of grade 1 events. She was just overmatched in both of those spots. It'll be interesting to see how she fares on turf. I have a feeling she might be more dirt at this point.
I feel the same way about her. But if nothing else, I guess she's a real wild card in this race, dropping out of two impossible spots. I guess the other, problem for her, aside from surface, Dan, is that she feels like she's at her best when she can be part of the pace, and that's going to be tough in here.
High Arabian, the number 6, came from left field to score at 84-1 in her career debut sprinting at Colonial Downs. She kind of backed that race up with a solid runner-up effort, first start against winners, and then last time out was just no match for those horses in the matron. A better fit here, needs a little bit of, buyer help, but is going to get plenty of pace help.
Yeah, I mean, listen, she's going to be a huge price in this race, and she's, sort of steadily improving through racing. I agree with you. This is a much better spot than the matron was last time, and she's just going to be a huge price in here.
Similarly to Lemieux's maiden victory, the 7 Palmac had an easy trip in her last race on synthetic, going 2 turns. Let's watch that effort for trainer Mark Cassie. This is a daughter of violence. She was clear through a 25-1 opening quarter mile, and she just sprints on home over this bunch. Couple of next out winners that were likely compromised by the race flow. I have a feeling that Palmac can sit and finish, however, and at a price, I think she's somewhat usable.
Yeah, we'll see what she does here. I don't really know what to say. They're not taking her off of this race, obviously, where she just got absolutely loose and won. Dan, my problem with her is I hated her debut. They ran her on turf first time out. She got a good trip in that race and did not run at all. Maybe she needed to start, but I don't know. I'd have a tough time backing her off of that race.
The number 8, Leah Marina, is a daughter of Uncle Mo, and her dam won this race. Leah Marina scored last time out sprinting for Christophe Clement. Let's watch the effort at Belmont Park, coming on the heels of a decent enough debut at Saratoga. In this race, she got a really good trip, just up close to a moderate pace. She's odds on. She has to work. I like that she had to work to win this race. I think it gives her plenty of bottom for her to stretch out, and I'm not worried about the extra distance.
Yeah, I'm not worried about her stretching out either. I thought she ran fine in here too. She did get a good trip, but she also made a bit of an early move to go after this horse that she's dueling with now on the lead, and she manages to outfinish that horse at the end. I thought she ran fine, and like you, I thought her debut was pretty good too. So I think there's plenty to like about this horse.
The 9 sister Luanne will try turf for the first time. She's bred for it. Her damn Granny Max kitten was a nice turf horse. And let's watch Sister Luanne's first start on synthetic in her second lifetime start. She was washed onto the dirt in her debut. And again, a fairly easy trip in this race, Mike. She just went right to the front, set a half mile in 50-1. But I really love the way she sprints home this last 3/16 of a mile. She's really running in this race. Now, she's been on the lead in her first 2 starts. It's unlikely she makes the lead here. I wonder if she can sit and finish from a tough outside post.
I wonder the same thing, but I feel like if she can do that, she's a major player in here. I thought she ran well first time out, and I thought she ran even better last time. I know she got loose on a slow pace, just like several others in here, but she was always well within herself in that race. She just, to me, looks like a horse who has some talent, and I feel like she's going to be an okay price here. That's why I took her.
And that's where we're going. As we take a look at our top picks for the wait a while, we both landed on the 9, Sister Luanne. Same super, different order. Mike's going 9-1-2-4. I'm going 9-1-4-2. It's the wait a while. We kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 at Gulfstream on Friday. Best of luck.